Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving and disaster battle, but also showcasing a bug that's occurring quite a bit since the latest patch in Total War Warhammer 3, and that is AI factions obtaining the legendary hero of the same race that you're playing as. So playing as the Warriors of Chaos, you should always be the only one that has any opportunity to get Harold Hammerstorm, but we see here that the AI, as Heralds of the Tempest, have managed to snatch him away before the player was able to get it. Now, this is not unique to the Warriors of Chaos. I believe this happens actually quite frequently with the Wood Elves, and I think it's also possible to happen with Lizardmen, with Ariel and Croak, respectively. So I believe this is what's happened, is that normally, prior to patch 3.1, whenever you play a certain race that has access to a legendary hero, all of the AI factions are disabled from any opportunity to get those heroes. But in patch 3.1, that disable has been removed for some reason. Now, the normal way for the AI to recruit these heroes is that they just have to wait until turn 30 and then poof, the hero magically appears for them. So if the player doesn't obtain the legendary hero by turn 30, then the AI just automatically gets it. Basically, forcing you as the player, if you want that legendary hero, to really sort of rush to get them. Now, that actually shouldn't be that much of a problem to obtain Harold Hammerstorm by turn 30 playing as the Warriors of Chaos, but for some reason it just didn't happen for this guy. But when playing as the Wood Elves or the Lizardmen, both Ariel and Croak require quite a hefty amount of work to obtain them. So, for example, with Ariel, you have to complete a Ritual of Rebirth. And I think the quickest one to do that is the Sisters of Twilight, but you have to really focus on getting your initial starting settlement done. But if you're playing as Durthu or Orion, then obtaining the Ritual of Rebirth on the Oak of Ages, which is the one that you start off in, that's a lot more difficult, so it ends up with other factions getting Ariel. Now, you can usually just confederate to obtain the legendary hero, and when that happens, unfortunately, their legendary items don't come with them. But in the case here, with the Warriors of Chaos, when you confederate, so luckily he is playing as a faction that can confederate, but when you confederate Kolek here, I believe it'll delete every single unit and every single character within his faction, except for Kolek himself, so that will mean that Harold Hammerstorm will also be killed in the campaign, disabling you from getting it. I think that's what happens, because I haven't personally encountered this particular instance in any of my campaigns, but I've heard about this bullcrap. Anyway, we've also got a disaster battle on top of this, so Auto Resolve gives us a valiant defeat, but I think the odds are fairly even. I think what comes into play here is that this battle requires a fair bit of micro skill, and some players just aren't going to really be able to handle it. We've got a lot of skirmishing, and our ability to harass is really high in this battle, and that is something that can be very difficult to do. A lot of Warriors of Chaos players will just get their army and just throw it at the enemy and just hope that they win. And the Kolek's army is just simply stronger, so we need to have good harassment. We've also got a second army coming in, and even with both of these armies here, it's still considered stronger than us, but that's largely because most of this stuff is just trash. Doggos don't count for anything in Auto Resolve. Having a few Marauders of Zinch spears is quite useful, though. Let's jump in here and see what we can do. So I think our greatest weapon here is using Archaon and the Marauder Horsemasters, because you can see here they've got tons of ammunition. They've got a lot of potential there to kill quite a few monsters. Kolek Suneater is beefed up like crazy. If we get into a duel with him and Archaon, I don't think Archaon would win, just because Kolek has just got so much anti-large. But if Kolek was to go into melee with all of the Chaos Warriors, they might eventually be able to grind him down. So what we want to do to begin with, also these heroes are all low level. If these were high level heroes, I really wouldn't be worried about it, because Heroes of Nurgle are amazing, especially their ability to heal, but none of them have that yet. So keep these back, and I'm actually going to use control groups. See, I usually don't use control groups in battles that don't require a whole lot of micro, just because I find that control groups can sometimes mess up my formations a fair bit. But in battles where there is a lot of micro that needs to be done, I will use control groups. Okay, so get them to just stand back a little bit, and I want to send... move back a little bit. I want to send Archaon in to begin with to take out the Hell Cannon. So here are the units that are particularly worrisome. The Hell Cannon first, but I think I can take that out quite easily. Then we've got this wizard here. He's on a War Shrine of Slanesh, which means he could potentially become a Mortis Engine. The Harold Hammerstorm is also a massive threat because he's got a good area effect ability. Whoop. Didn't want them shooting at all. Didn't know I was going to be in range. Okay, get get Archaon out of there. And I want to Spirit Leech it as well. Okay, we lost a little bit of barrier, but we'll recover that. That's fine. And they missed us, so that's good. Alright, how are we going here? Taking out half its health is still on the artillery. Sometimes you can charge in there and they'll just come off the artillery, but that didn't happen here. Spirit Leech can actually be quite useful for taking out artillery. Now that they've started moving. I gotta take him out. Because I can't really use my cavalry until that unit's gone. But 1 or 2 more Spirit Leeches should sort it out, because I believe it does actually damage the Hell Cannon itself. Alright, they're going to be a little bit stuck there because of their own monster units. Good, destroyed it. Nice. Alright, now I can bring these in. Let's keep that as it is for now. Okay, Archaon's pretty good at taking out any kind of cavalry unit, because what you do is you charge him in, and then just use Searing Doom on himself. Because these guys, they get into a really nice tight formation for him. Alright, let's just try to get everything organized. You get into control group 2 there, bring these ones in. How are we going here? Watch out, we got monsters coming in. But nothing too severe. Honestly, we can keep that going. As long as Kolek or the Bloodthirster doesn't come over here, this is all fine. And taking out these doggos is good because they're going to harass our Marauder Horsemen, which we need. Okay, next control group 3. I need these guys to annoy the enemy as much as possible. And let's get organized. Okay, you just land. Okay. Alright, getting rid of that Chaos Warhound. Easy stuff, but... Okay, it's shattered. Just let it go. Alright. Now, the Marauder Horsemen, they've got a lot of ammunition. What they should be shooting at is any kind of monster unit. So, I'm okay with them shooting at Khorne's Bloody Fist or Chaos Spawn. Actually, Archaon would be good to get that as well. Maybe I should have him go in there. Yeah, he'd take it out pretty quickly. Because Chaos Spawn are not good against single entities. And these guys are advancing slowly. Like I said, we want to harass as much as possible. Just reduce the number of units he's got. Okay, that was a good amount of damage on a heavily armored unit like that. Watch out for these terrain obstructions. It can be a big problem for these kind of cavalry. Kolek's coming charging in. That could be good. If we stand still, he might use up his lightning ability. Yeah, you can see here they're not doing much damage to us. Yep, he's done it. Cool. We can dodge that. And, yep, that was dodge. Good. Waste ability for him. Okay, that's just a doggo unit. Just charge in. They're not going to do anything. Okay, we broke it, but watch out. We've got the Chaos Knights of Zinj coming in. Archaon would be good at dealing with them, and I think he can get out there and sort this out. Oh, man. I'm going to get into trouble here. Come on, go, move it. Archaon, you need to get over here. Pin this unit down. Okay. Should have microed these. Okay, Archaon, get in there. Pin that down. We didn't take too much damage on the doggos. They're just cowards, that's all. Alright, good. And just do exactly what we did with the doggos there. And also have these ones shoot in on those Chaos Knights. Get back, get back. Don't fight in melee there. Let Archaon sort that out. That's actually really good. Taking this out here, that's a big benefit for us. Oh, yep, just have Kolek chase us around. That's fine. We don't really want him participating in the main fight. At all, if we can avoid it. He's just too strong. I'd rather not shoot at the Severed Claw. It's too much armor. Man, I've really sort of put myself up into a corner here. I'll try to get out. Anyway, there's Chaos Knights of Zinj did diddly squat. Just exactly what we want. Now I'm going to try to get out of here. Okay, Dragon Ogres. They're a little bit more of a threat than... Oh god, how am I going to get out of here? have Archeon fight. No. I'm just going to suck up some damage there. Let's try to get around that. Okay, we mostly got out of that one unscathed. Mostly. Okay, still got to do more harassment. Alright, we haven't quite finished off those Chaos Knights of Zinch. The Marauder Horsemen are actually really good against these Dragon Ogres because they can't catch us. But this terrain here fucking sucks for us. I gotta get out of it. Good, another one of these wasted. Awesome. Now, this hero here, I did say we wanted to deal with him. That needs to be dealt with. If he gets over there, that's going to cause us all kinds of problems. So, let's start focusing on that now. If these cavalry here could keep all these monsters at bay, that would be awesome. Archeon's got to move it, deal with this. Okay. Good, he's wasting a good spell on a unit that just dodged it. That's good. Got to get over there. Problem is, Kolek is close by as well, and I don't want Archeon fighting him. This is all fine here. No, you can't go over there. Okay, good. This guy's going backwards. Nice. Nice. I think at this point here, Kolek's used up 2 or 3 of his abilities. We can check. He's got 1 left, which he'll probably hit on the infantry unless we can delay him a little bit more. Them coming in here is not that big of a deal. They're all nice and messed up. This formation is trash. They're not consolidated at all. Okay, they cast another spell. I can't get in there while there's all these other units in here. But I might just have to, because if he casts this ability on our troops here, it's going to really hurt us. Alright, he's going for our Lord there. Okay, that's the Tempest thing. I'm not going to be able to dodge it. Okay, I need to just get in there. Archeon's just going to have to deal with it. Keep these guys distracting as much as possible. Okay, now I want... Okay, Archeon's actually doing a good job there. Good. Good, we got these guys harassing us. Oh, whatever. Alright, let's try to bring these in and harass them, shoot them in the rear. Archeon's doing just fine. Make sure this guy here does not arrive on the front line. Don't want to be using the Forbidden Rod right now, obviously. Alright, I think one of these guys here has... Yeah, he's got a Helm of Discord. I actually got to get him in there, though. Okay, sure. Archeon's doing just fine. Keep that up. Keep this one busy. It's really good. Okay, we also got Harold Hammerstorm in there. And he's inflicting some damage. But that Bloodthirst is going down. We've got a lot of anti-large in here. I'm going to keep the Demon Prince out of it because I don't think he's particularly good against anything here. Good. They're casting another spell that's going to be mostly wasted. Come on, he's almost gone. Okay, I'll keep focusing on him. That's it. All these guys here chasing after doggos. I wanted to prevent that as well. Okay. Well, we didn't. Get him in there. Okay, we can see that Kolek is definitely taking a lot of damage. He's also dishing out a ton as well. He's already done like 100 kills. Alright, at least they only get one of those abilities. The Chain Lightnings. Okay, damage is relatively evenly spread out. Bring this one in. No, keep him away from Kolek. Kolek hits really hard against large units. Good, we got rid of the other hero. Nice. Nice. Okay, have these go back up that way. So wrapping around their units here. These guys here are doing a great job for us. Archaon's now taking a fair bit of damage. Let's actually pull him out of this. Watch out. And maybe bring him in. He might be able to fight Kolek now. Because Kolek's too busy fighting infantry. Let's also deal with this one. Actually, you know what? I think Harold Hammerstorm. That's who we need to go kill with him. Oops, over here. It's not what I wanted to do, but I just wasn't focusing on them. It's not super important. Try to get around it. Alright, Archaon should have no trouble fighting Harold. Because Harold isn't anti-large, I believe. Yeah, he's anti-infantry, so we should be fine there. Kolek's slowly going down. You know, very strong unit. Keep these guys busy as long as possible. Good. Archaon's taken out Harold. Let's cast some more shit spells. Yeah, whatever. Just do that. Keep harassing. We've got some units here that are pretty badly smashed. Let's maybe move them back a little bit. Alright, Kolek's just about out. There's the army losses. Good. So we won. But yeah, if Kolek's full army was to clash against our full army, he would have destroyed us. Most of his units didn't even show up to the battle. This is why harassment is so important. Yeah, he's unbreakable, he's still got to go down. But anyway, Kolek's gone. And now you guys can run some stuff down. So even though the doggos didn't do any damage, really, they provided a lot of value in keeping a lot of the enemy units away. Because there wasn't really anything that they could fight here, except for the trolls. They actually would have been okay against the trolls, but you had to get the trolls completely isolated. Which, easier said than done. So Harold, yeah, he did a fair bit of damage. Not as much as Kolek, though. Well, yeah, not as much as Kolek, but Archaon got a lot in. Yeah, preventing that other hero from arriving, that was a big deal. I don't think he did any damage whatsoever. Well, maybe a few hits on Archaon. These guys here with all that ammo, they did tons of damage. A lot of value on the Marauder Horsemen there. So all of that wood resource really came in handy there. And no units got wiped out, but obviously the few units that did come in here absolutely smashed them. Just because these units are anti-large doesn't mean they're actually going to do anything against Kolek, really. On a one-on-one basis. I mean, Kolek was entirely fighting anti-large units. We see our heroes here mostly kept them out just because they're low level. They weren't going to do much. And Kolek still managed to do that much damage. Probably a close victory. Yeah. But the good news here is that your army is in pretty good shape to be able to just attack this again, the remnants of it, as long as you have enough movement, and finish it off. We actually took one fewer casualty than them. Just one. That's a win. One fewer casualty. And leveling up these guys here, they'll probably get one or two, no, maybe 2 ranks from this. They need to get to rank 7, I believe, before they can do the Locus of Fecundity. That would have been really helpful in this battle, but they're low rank, what are you going to do? Gotta level them up, and this is not the ideal situation for it. You're going to look for a bit of an easy punching bag. Yeah, no unit got wiped out. And we can get a fair bit of replenishment, or we could get some souls, but it looks like you're pretty good for souls. So let's go with the replenishment. And now Archaon is going to do much better against Kolek if you ever have to fight him again. So if we have a look here. Oh, damn, they gained 3 levels up. But yeah, you got to get to rank 7 if you want that. That's such a good ability, that one. But now you can get stand or die. That would have been very helpful to be able to provide our troops with a bit of extra melee defense. So that's always good. But anyway, that situation there is solved. Your army should be good enough to keep pushing in over here. I really don't think there's anything you can do about Harold Hammerstorm in this particular campaign. I just don't think you can get him. So I really hope this is something that I can shine a light on. You know, post it on the Reddit, not the video, but just post the situation, like post a screenshot of this occurring on the Reddit so that Creative Assembly can see it. Hopefully they'll fix it, because this shit shouldn't be happening at all in your campaigns. Anyway, that's the end of this one here, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you. Thanks for sending this situation here so I could shine a light on what's going on. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.